Now, New Jersey Congressman Robert Menendez Jr. So, Congressman, what's your reaction to Mike Johnson just keeping, you out of work? You at least are, here in your district helping constituents, but you're not in Washington. And when do you think you will be back in Washington actually legislating?
Listen, we've been ready since day one. We don't believe in a government shutdown. We've always worked to keep the government open. We expect that of our Republican colleagues to negotiate in good faith. They clearly haven't done that. They haven't even been in Washington to have those conversations.
Sure.
But the Democrats are united around providing for the American people, dealing with the affordability crisis that so many families are facing. And chiefly among that is making health care more affordable. After Republicans took $1 trillion out of our health care system, we know that the ACA tax credits are about to expire. We know that will lead to higher costs for health care for millions of Americans. We believe we have to address that. We expect Republicans to come to the table, but until they're willing to do so, we'll remain ready to open the government. That's what Democrats' position has been since day one.
Congressman, can I ask a bit of maybe a dumb question, but is there actually any attempt to talk? Is Mike Johnson picking up the phone and even, hey, what do you guys want? Do you guys want to try to meet? You want to talk? Do you have any ideas? Is that even happening? Or is everyone just kind of bunkered down and waiting for the other side to make a move?
Well, he's taken the position since day one that the House did its job by passing the CR, and now it's up to the Senate to do so. The problem with that is you have to negotiate to get the 60 votes in the Senate. So we need to be in Washington. We need to be having these conversations. Our leadership team has been there. House Democrats have been there multiple weeks since the government shut down. We remain ready to do so. I think he's worried about having health care conversation. I think he's worried about talking about the administration, and House Republicans have done nothing on the affordability crisis. And I think he's deathly afraid to swear in Adelita Grijalva, since that would open the Epstein file. So he has a lot.
And afraid of a president who's too busy dancing in Malaysia.
That's right. Or too busy building a ballroom, right, for his own purposes. So none of this has anything. The Republicans aren't focused on the issues that are impacting the American people. Democrats are. And we've made that the center of our argument to our colleagues across the aisle. Come work with us. Let's work for the American people. But we're not going to continue to see them and watch them hurt the American people, especially on the issue of health care.
So speaking of health care, this is obviously at the heart of this stalemate. There are a couple dozen Republican colleagues of yours who have said that they would be willing to extend the enhanced premium tax credit for Obamacare plans for a year. Why not hear them out on that? Why are Democrats not entertaining that possibility?
Well, I think, one, let's negotiate in good faith, and to sort of have the position that the Speaker has taken and then have his rank and file say we're willing to have a conversation around the ACA tax credits, but not tie the two together. So they're asking us to believe and take them at their word. We've appropriated money that the administration's impounded. We don't have a lot of faith and confidence in this administration to do that which Congress has authorized them to do. So if they want to have a conversation, we need an actual written agreement, not their word. We do think
there's a bill. I mean,
there's a bill for 1 year, but 1 year just punts it down the road, and we're going to be in the same situation without anything else in terms of investing in our healthcare system, making life more affordable for Americans. So we want to have a larger conversation. We don't think 1 year is good enough. We'd like to see a multi-year extension. That's the conversation we would like to have. We're glad that there's Republicans. We just ask that they push their leadership to get to the table so we can get this done.
Can I ask you about the nearly 1 million residents of your state who depend on food assistance? We're staring down the barrel November 1. What is this going to mean for them? And are you working with partners, with organizations in your state to figure out what can be done to support people who need to get food on the table to their children?
An immense amount of hardship, right? And that's what we want to avoid. There's things that the administration could do to backfill some of those obligations under SNAP. We have urged them to do so. They should do so. In the interim, with an administration who seems desensitized to the struggles of the American people, we're going to work with our state partners. We're going to work with nonprofits to make sure that people have the food assistance that they need. But the administration very much could take action even if we remain in a government shutdown.
The reality, though, is that I've spoken to people who run food banks, and they say that their work is a fraction of what SNAP is able to accomplish on a state-by-state level. And there's only, a few days here to prepare. Are organizations, are food banks in New Jersey ready for this moment?
They're going to be at the front line, and they will be able to help families for a number of days. Again, the administration should take action. I also just want to note that when you look at reconciliation and what the Republican priorities were, it wasn't just $1 trillion cut to Medicaid. It was also a cut to SNAP, the largest cut in the program's history. So if you're an American struggling, right, Democrats are here to fight for you. Republicans are taking money out of the programs that help you get by to the point where you can get back on your feet and make ends meet. So if you're asking yourself who's fighting for you, I think over the last several months in the course of this administration, time and time again, Democrats are fighting for the American people, the most vulnerable amongst us, those who need support to get to that next step in their lives. Republicans have walked away. They've abandoned them. And that's really telling about this administration's priorities and as well as their colleagues in the House and the Senate.
Where, if any, are you, the Democrats, compromising in these negotiations if it got to a point? What is something that if you had a Republican constituent in your district come to you and say, Congressman, tell me what you're doing to kind of meet them in the middle type of situation, what would that be from your vantage point?
I think we would say we've shown up time and time again. We've passed CRs previously, right? That was earlier this year. So we've done it, right? We just need them not to meet us as Democrats, but to meet the American people with the challenges that they're having. We're not fighting for the Democratic Party. We're fighting for the American people. So I would say that this CR, the budget, this Congress hasn't reflected our priorities. We've given an immense amount already, but we're drawing a line and saying on health care, people cannot afford to see another cut, to see their premiums increase 3 times, 2 times what they're currently paying. They cannot afford it. It's going to lead to worse healthcare outcomes, and that's something that we refuse to accept. I think we've been there and negotiated in good faith, understood that we're in the minority. This is a red line for us.
Congressman, Trump has said that he is going to send DOJ election monitors to certain districts in your state and also in California. What is your response to that? And are you concerned that issues of federalism are being encroached upon here?
Of course I'm concerned, right? And you look at what counties he's doing this in, California and New Jersey, they're largely Hispanic majority districts, right? And this president has shown time and time again, he doesn't want to do the honorable thing and try to win on a fair basis. He wants to leverage everything that he can to increase the odds that he wins. And if he doesn't win, he will undermine the outcome of the election. Democratic processes in our country. He did it in 2020. He's done it time and time again. When the outcome isn't what he wants, he will do everything to try to ensure the outcome that he wants. And if he doesn't get it, he will undermine it. I do worry that what he's doing leading into November in California and New Jersey is a precursor to what he looks to do in November of 2026.
Congressman, thank you so much for joining us this evening. I guess the government shutdown at least has the highlight of giving you more time to spend with us. So
Well,
thank you for your time.
Great to be with my constituents when I'm back home. So thank you all so much.
Thanks, Congressman.